Zyga here with SPG Sobeys Gaming. Today we got a big video for you guys, huge video today. We're talking about the one, the only Barbarella, and yes, no, Barbarella. This movie is amazing. I saw this movie for the first time like 10 years ago. This movie has been out for over 50 years, you know, it's been out for a very long time, but I actually really enjoy this movie a lot. When I first watched this movie, I was like, how have I not heard about this? I'm watching it, it's sci-fi, it's got Jane Fonda in the movie, and my first time seeing Jane Fonda, and I was like, oh wow, she is amazing. I do realize that there is a group of people out there that do not like this movie because of Jane Fonda, and that's for military reasons and stuff, and I'm not going to get into that, but if you're part of that group, then yes, explain in the comments below more about this, please. But no, we're just going to focus on this right here, about this movie being rated PG, and yes, this movie has a lot of things in the film that are very suggestive, a lot of things in the film that you'll be like, wait a minute, this does not seem like it would be a PG movie, and yes, you would be correct about that. I mean, the opening scene alone is something that you would be like, oh, this is a late night viewing, oh, I should watch this when no one else is watching me. And no, this is a movie right here that you put on and you're like, okay, we're getting something, we're getting some spicy right here, we're getting some sci-fi, we're getting a little space balls, and yes, pause. No, let's get into it right now. Barbarella is from 1968. It's a science fiction adventure movie, and of course stars Jane Fonda, and she's basically traveling through space. She's a hero, and it's a very surreal type of movie. It kind of has that Fantastic Planet type of thing going on, where you watch it and it's kind of like psychedelic a little bit, you know, you're like, this movie kind of takes you to a whole nother place. If you're watching this while on some substances, you can imagine how, you know, it really will immerse you, will I say. And but no, the costumes in this film are very bold, the set designs are wild, the tone in this movie is very playful and very suggestive at that. The great Duran, if you know what I mean. No, let me know in the comments below, have you even seen this movie? Have you seen this movie? But no, we're talking about right here why this movie's rated PG, and why it's not rated something you would expect, like rated R maybe, or something like that. And yeah, so basically this film came out during a time where back then ratings were different for films, and you know, this is right before the rating system that we have today came into effect. You know, today we have G-rated, PG, PG-13, and R, but you know, back then it had ratings like G, and then M, and then R and X. And yes, with X, yes, you can expect to know what that is. And yes, those are the real spicy movies, the super spicy. Now, I wouldn't say that this movie is X, but this movie in particular, Barbarella, was rated M for mature, and like a video game. And yeah, over time, you know, this movie, you know, as the rating system changed and stuff, it was PG. And yeah, it's just because of the way that the whole system converted, but still, you know, you would need all the parental guidance for this movie. And yeah, no, but you know, Barbarella pushed boundaries in ways that went above the PG rating, obviously, you know, to the late, you know, 60s version of PG. The movie, you know, this movie has a lot of sexual themes, revealing costumes, a lot of, you know, sensual imagery, playful erotic humor, and all that kind of stuff in there that's clearly for adults. You know, it wasn't explicit in a modern graphic sense, but it was undeniably suggestive. It's very suggestive in a way that James Bond was suggestive back in the day. You know, another reason for the confusion is the tone. You know, when people hear, you know, adult rated films, they often imagine something dark, violent, disturbing. Barbarella is none of those things, actually. You know, it's bright, humorous, and intentionally over the top. It's very sensual, you know, it's presented with a wink and a smile rather than menace. The lighter tone can, you know, make viewers assume that it may have a softer rating. And yeah, there's also the camp factor as well. This film is very campy. Campy films often feel less serious, and audiences sometimes mentally downgrade their content because it feels theatrical or cartoonish. When everything is exaggerated, you know, the acting, the villains, the gadgets, the costumes, it can all create a sense that the movie belongs in a lighter category, even though the subject is, you know, otherwise. Television edits for the film, when Barbarella, later was broadcast on TV, it was often, trimmed down, altered for, general audiences. Suggestive shots were shortened, dialogue was softened, certain scenes were just cut completely out. They're like, no, get that scene out. The scenes where Barbarella, they're holding hands like that, putting the little hands together, yes, you know exactly what I mean if you've seen this. This is a cult classic. There's a group of people out there that really do enjoy this film, including myself, and I come back to it every now and again. There's the modern comparison effect. Today's PG-13 films often include, level innuendo, stylized sexuality, revealing costumes that would be way more controversial, decades ago. Imagine the stuff now. Yeah, back then, oh my goodness, yeah, some eyebrow raising for sure. And, when modern viewers watch Barbarella, they sometimes judge it against the current standards and think like, well, this feels PG-13 at most. And retroactive, judgment then gets simplified in the conversation to just PG. But yeah, ratings are a product of their time. Cultural standards shift. What's considered risque in one decade can feel mild in another. The late 1960s were a turning point. Censorship was loosening, filmmakers were experimenting, the rating boards were still figuring out how to classify bold new material. But yeah, if someone insists that Barbarella is PG, the most accurate response is no. It's easy to see why people may think that. The timing of the rating system changed, the campy presentation, the edited TV versions, the modern comparison standards all blur the memory. And literally on IMDb, you can see that this movie is rated PG, which, we now know. But, in the end, the rating tells you one thing, but the tone tells you another. And when the tone and the rating pull in different directions, myths are born. So next time you hear someone say that Barbarella was rated PG, even IMDb or the back of your Blu-ray cover, you now know the story behind the story and the history behind the label. All right, I am a filmmaker, and if you guys want to check out my own film, which is rated R by, yes, it's rated X, and this film is about OnlyFans. It's a crazy twist and has a lot of twists and turns, has everything you expect to see from a movie about OnlyFans, but it has a lot of crazy stuff in there. It really goes to places that are really, really crazy. But yeah, you can watch it for free in the pinned comment. It's on the app called Relay. Relay is available on Apple TV, Fire TV, and Google Play, all those different platforms. But anyway, you can watch the movie for free. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Stop playing games. You never should have blocked me.
What's the name of your employer? What is it that you do, sir?
Hell is near, hell is near, hell is near.
And she said that she ordered something from you that was sweet and yummy.
I just want your face.